What is going on, everybody? King Recon here. No long-winded intro from me this week. I just want to dive right into the awesome sauce before I'm not able to continue doing this video. So let's get right into the greatness, man, while I'm feeling good. Gintama chapter 673, man. Exactly 100 chapters after Takatsuki's reintroduction into this. Well, I should say after the Joy 4 reunion, right? That was the Joy 4 reunion was 572, 573, somewhere. I know 571 was the poem, or 572 was the poem. One of those two. But regardless, it is exactly 100 chapters since they all four reunited. But here we go, man. Kin and Takatsuki, bro. Lesson 673, Ghost. Here we see Gin. These are the remains of Shoka Sonjoku? I didn't even notice. No trace of how it looked in the old days. Yeah, it is. It's burned down. Because when he walks by, he turns into little young Gintoki. Oh, man. Oh. Yo, young Gintoki going through Shoka Sonjoku, man. Gin is looking through the remains and he's reminded of all these old memories and seeing everyone around him, man. He opens the door, goes through. He sees a young Zura teaching everybody how to read. He sees Takatsuki fighting. He looks over to the side and he sees the goat himself, Yoshida Shoyo, looking out into the sun. And Takatsuki's walking. Gin is just standing, his eyes. And we finally get to see Gin's face 2 years later. Gintoki. Holy flagnards, man. How odd. I have no memory of any grave like this here in Shoka Sonjoku. Sugi, man. Speaking of which, I don't recall it being the kind of dangerous place where a ghost might show up in the broad daylight. Do I look like a ghost to you? Honestly, I've been uncertain whether you're alive or dead for a long time now. Yeah, that's true. That is very true in of itself. You know, that both of them have been gone. So that means that both of them were not together this whole time. That they both just came back together. So Takatsuki himself built this up, and then I guess Gintoki just showed up right now 2 years later. So that means Takatsuki's been here for 2 years. Is what I'm gathering. So what in the flying flagness has Gin been doing for the past 2 years? Honestly, I probably should have made a grave for you, but unfortunately I made that promise that I would make sure to bring him back here. So let's yo to Oboro, bro, the greatness, Takatsuki and Oboro. So then stop haunting this place and rest in peace already. Your worldly business has ended, hasn't it? Ended. I only thought other people could saw nonsense like that. Because no matter how many times I try to save the world or how many times I try to destroy the world, there's something I realized will not end. That's why both you and I came here, isn't it? Listen to that again, guys. I only thought people could saw nonsense like that. Because no matter how many times I try to save the world or how many times I try to destroy the world, there's something I realized will not end. And that's why both you and I came here, isn't it? Are they about to clash? Here we go! When I saw Takatsuki's blade and I saw Lake Toya, I was like, alright, it's time. It's time. The two goats. The greatest fight of all time, part 2. And Takatsuki, you see a big panel of Takatsuki's face. And then you see Gin, and here they go. And they clash. And it's actually Gin and Takatsuki part 2. Sorry to have to tell you. But I don't have the time to go offer incense to the ghost of somebody that died a long time ago. Then what the hell have you been doing these 2 years? That's what I'm saying! What in the flying flagnards has Gintoki been doing these past 2 years? You see the clash? If you even threw away those toys from your game of pretend, what the hell have you been searching for? And Takatsuki goes down, Gin flips back, Takatsuki goes down with his blade, Gin blocks with Lake Toya, he's right in front of him. And then they both end up on the other side of each other, just like at the end of chapter 517. And Gin has a little mark right here. Takatsuki has a little mark right here next to his eye. Maybe what the ghost is looking for is another ghost. Utsuro, man. Gintoki, he's not in your domain anymore. Only a ghost can grab onto the hand of... Don't even tell me, bro. Takatsuki can't be dead, bro. Takatsuki can't be dead. It's okay, it's not in your domain anymore. Only a ghost can grab onto the hand of a ghost. Or maybe you're going to come to the... No. Don't tell me Takatsuki's actually dead, bro. So the grave that he saw was actually Takatsuki's grave. No. And he just imagined that entire thing. Holy sweet mother of Flagnards. Wow, bro. Takatsuki's actually dead. Only a ghost can grab onto another ghost. That's why Gin said there's a grave here that wasn't here last time. And Takatsuki's ghost is the only thing left behind. And then he clashes with him to make sure he's actually not there. I should have realized this whenever he walked into Shoka Sonjaku and there was nothing. All he saw was everyone's ghost. And then he saw Takatsuki. But I thought Takatsuki was still alive. But if that grave is actually his and it's not Shoyo's, or if it's not Oburo's, then Takatsuki said he has to fulfill a promise to Oburo, man. You think he can't be dead, bro? Yeah, but you see that his scar is healing. Gintoki, he's not in your domain anymore. Only a ghost can grab onto the hand of a ghost. Or maybe you're going to come to this side too. Takatsuki, you... It's true. It's true. We found you, the wanted man Takatsuki Shinsuke, and let's arrest you without struggle. Shiste may call themselves a new government, but they haven't made out an ounce of progress. You're still chasing around small-time criminals? And then he steps on his head. There's so many more dangerous than me right here. Ain't that right, Shiroyasha Dono? And he jumps on him. Takatsuki! I'm going to end it. You're more suited to keep on playing house. You'd better turn back while you still have the chance. So he's still alive. I don't even know what's going on with Takatsuki, bro. Is he alive? Is he dead? What's going on, coach? Takatsuki! And he goes around and he just starts poning everything. Yeah, he's alive then. He's alive. He's alive. He's gotta be alive. I don't know, man. But no, hold on, bro. I gotta go back right quick. I gotta go back. So they clash. They keep clashing. The ghost is looking for another ghost. Oh, that ghost can grab onto the hand of another ghost, and you see that his wound starts healing, and that makes me believe that he says you're coming to this side too. It makes me believe that Takatsuki's gone. But then all these soldiers show up, but they look like ghost soldiers anyway. They look like legit ghost soldiers. From like whenever they came to pick up Nob Nob when in all that stuff going down, I believe that there was a similar illusion there. So let's go over here. Takatsuki! You bastard, are you Takatsuki's comrade? Is that how it looked? Sure, let's go with that then. Sounds way better than joining in with you guys. Hold it up. Hold it up there. Is that Hijikata? Is that Hijikata? Backcountry police like these never have the chance to come across condos like you guys, so they don't know how to handle it. Just when I had a ton of spare time on my hands, I caught some pretty tough-looking prey for the first time in a while. I can't wait to derust a bit. Yeah, man. What is going on? So the hero that saved the world 2 years ago meets up in secret with his former partner in crime and fell for a devious scheme of his or something? How many times do I gotta tell you? And all I said was we conspiring to destroy the world, damn it. Nah, man. So Takatsuki's still alive. Takatsuki's still alive, bro. He's gotta still be alive. Okay, he's still alive. I had to go back to page 4. It says, do I look like a ghost to you? Honestly, I've been uncertain whether you're alive or dead for a long time now. Yeah, man. Takatsuki's still gonna be alive, bro. It's just, the way Sriracha wrote this chapter, I was a little shocked there for a second. We're only a ghost, and Grandma's the end of a ghost. But Takatsuki's wounds, they're healing, so that means, does that mean that he has a bit of Utsuro's blood as well? Because of his fight with Obro? Okay, let's go back into the Hijikata. Yo, my boy Hijikata, bro. Just make an excuse, you moron! You're supposed to be proving yourself innocent right now, you know? What the hell are you voluntarily confessing such a big conspiracy? There's no way you can pull off something that extreme anyhow. If you already know, then why the hell did you ask me in the first place? Yeah, you got it all figured out. Takatsuki called me out here and I hit him with a remote control. Just come with a damn excuse, damn it. Or are you voluntarily confessing to another crime now? He's gonna torment and execute me for revenge for being demoted, right? Who was demoted now? Okay, then what are you doing out here in the boondocks? In the boons! My boy's in the boons! Again, if you don't want to say, we've got plenty of time. Hey, 2 pork cutlet bowls, one with a heaping helping of mayo on top. Yes, sir. Why does it feel like I'm being the one that's being investigated here? If you want people to be frank with you, then you gotta be frank with them. That's an ironclad rule of examinations. Hit me with all the power you cultivated over these 2 years. Give me everything you got, Toshi! What's the look? Why are you watching with those strict but warm eyes? A lot happened with us in the Shinsengumi. We were just temporarily split up. I may have been transferred to the country, but this definitely ain't a demotion. It's been 2 years since I left. I've heard Edo's changed a lot, too. But it looks like you're the same as ever. I've wondered how you would look now, living your life, having abandoned the Yodozuya and Edo to disappear somewhere for 2 years. Ridiculous. Turns out you've got the same stupid look on your face I've gotten so tired of looking at. But you know you love it, Hiji, bro. You know you love that face, man. So I gotta ask, why'd you leave Edo? The Yodozuya. The hell have you been doing these 2 years? That's what I'm saying, bro. Did you find anything at that place? Place? Nothing. Not anymore. But there may have been something there a long time ago. And seeing as you guys were staking the place out, waiting for that ghost to show up, I'm sure you're well aware. I'm aware of how much work he did to help our side in the war that just ended. But I can't just pretend that didn't happen. 2 years ago, on the day the war ended, Takatsuki hid himself while on the verge of death. Did you know that one other thing disappeared from the Amanitori ship? What disappeared? What disappeared? The Tendoshu. So Takatsuki took the old dudes with him? When the Liberation Army was declaring how they were going to free the universe from Tendoshu control, the truth was they'd already been captured and that fact was covered up. Though to the casual onlooker, they looked like nothing but lumps of flesh, they were definitely still alive. You know why that is, right? Utsuro. Because immortal blood, Utsuro's blood, was left inside them, and that's why Takatsuki's freaking wound was healing up very quickly, and the fact that they disappeared along with Takatsuki means. Wait just a minute, because immortal blood, Utsuro's blood, was left inside him, and the fact that they disappeared along with Takatsuki means. Recently, in the countries that have been freed from the Tendoshu's control and have nationalized their Altana, terrorism has become frequent, and there are rumors going around that the Tendoshu have been revived and they've come to take back the stolen Altana. I've got no idea whether that's true or not, but either way, something's definitely gotten started, and most likely at the center of it all is that man. So that means the Takatsuki's the final. What is going on? Yo, so Takatsuki's gonna take on... Is he gonna take on Utsuro's role? Is that what he's doing? Because, wait, hold on, bro. That the Tendoshu have been revived and they've come to take back the stolen Altana. I've got no idea whether that's true or not, but either way, something's definitely gotten started, and most likely at the center of it all is that man. So Takatsuki, first of all, he's not dead. That's number one. That is the most important part of this entire thing, because I really still thought he was dead. I've got to reread this chapter, man, because I'm confused on certain portions. So, bear with me, guys. Gintoki shows up to Shoka Sonjuku. He walks through, he turns into his kid self. Oh my gosh, this was greatness. Goes over there, he sees Shoyo. Turned around. Gintoki. How odd, I have no memory of any grave like this here in Shoka Sonjuku. And he made me believe that it was his. But in actuality, I think it's Obro's. It's either Obro's or it's Shoyo's. I don't recall it being that kind of digital where a ghost might show up in broad daylight. But like a ghost to you. Honestly, I probably should have made a great for you, but unfortunately made the promise that I would make sure to bring him back here and stop haunting this place and rest in peace already, so your worldly business ended as it ended. Because no matter how many times I try to save the world, how many times I try to destroy the world, there's something I realize that will not end. Both you and I came here, isn't it? And then Gen and Takatsuki clash. Great! This was so cool! Go in. Sorry to have to tell you, but I don't have the time to go offer incense to the ghost of somebody that died a long time ago. What the hell have you been doing these 2 years? If you even threw away those toys from Game Pretend, what the hell have you been searching for? And we still haven't got an answer to that. They finished clashing. Maybe what the ghost is looking for is another ghost. Utsuro falls. Gintoki's not in your domain anymore. Only a ghost can grab onto the hand of a ghost. And now Takatsuki with his wound healing up here, that pretty much confirms that he has taken on Utsuro's blood. Or maybe you're going to come to this side too. Takatsuki, you. And it shows him with a whole bunch of other soldiers here. We found you, the wanted man Takatsuki Shinsuke, and let us arrest you without struggle. They may call themselves a new government, but they haven't made an ounce of progress. And he jumps on Gintoki's head. Takatsuki, I'm going to end it. You're more suited to keep on playing house. You'd better turn back while you still have the chance. So he says he's going to end it. He's going to end it. That's what Takatsuki states. He's going to end it. And that Gintoki is more suited to keep on playing house. He runs off. Are you Takatsuki's comrade? Backcountry place like this, never have the chance to come across. Then my boy Hijikata shows up. Man, this chapter was so good. So the hero that saved the world 2 years ago mates up and secret his former partner. A lot happened with us in the Shinsengumi. We were just temporarily split up. I may have been transferred to the country, but this definitely ain't a demotion. But it looks like you're the same as ever. I wonder how you would look living your life in the museum. So I gotta ask, why'd you leave Edo? Nothing, not anymore. There may have been something there a long time ago with things you guys were sticking the place out. I'm aware of how much work he did to help our side in the end, in the war that just ended, but I can't just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so he's talking about Takatsuki. I'm aware of how much work he did to help our side in the war that just ended, but I can't just pretend that didn't happen. 2 years ago, on the day the war ended, Takatsuki hit himself while on the verge of death. Did you know that one other thing disappeared from the laboratory ship? The Tendoshu. While Liberation Army was declaring how they were going to free the universe from industrial control, the truth was they'd already been captured, and the fact that it was already covered up. Though onto the casual onlooker, they looked like nothing but lumps of flesh, they were definitely still alive. You know what that is, right? Because immortal blood, Utsuro's blood, was left inside them, and the fact that they disappeared along with Takatsuki means recently in the countries that they've been freed from the Tendoshu's control and have nationalized their Altana terrorism has become frequent. And there are rumors going around that the Tendoshu have been revived, and they've come to take back the stolen Altana. I've got no idea whether that's true or not, but either way, something's definitely gotten started. And most likely the center of it all is the GOAT himself, Takatsuki Shinsuke. So with that being said, what does this leave for the rest of the series? Well, because now it's like a completely new plot has just started up. It's like we're going all the way back to the beginning of the series, into which the final, in what we all originally thought the final villain was going to be Takatsuki. So with that being said, Takatsuki himself told Gintoki, he said, I'm going to be the one to end it. But Flagnards. Takatsuki himself states, look at this, bro. Man. Yo, give me 1 second, man. I'm gonna very quick. As you guys know, man, Takatsuki is my guy. Takatsuki Hatsuki is aside from Gintoki is my favorite, man. Is my favorite. Like those two right there, their relationship, the way that both characters are, I love them a lot, man. So Takatsuki is immortal now. Takatsuki is immortal now. He's basically just like Utsuro. Because the only one, because he loves Shoyo so much. Is that what it is? Is it his love for Shoyo that he wants to take on his burden? That he wants to take on what Utsuro wanted to take on? And what Utsuro wanted to do, now he wants to take it on as his own plan? That Takatsuki actually wants to destroy the world now? Takatsuki's insane. Takatsuki is flipping insane, man. I want to know what's going on with Takatsuki, because Takatsuki is such a complex character that it's nothing as simple as that, man. And we see that from him waiting for Gintoki to show up at Shokusogunjuku before he actually continues to move on forward with his plan. He said, I'm going to make sure to bring that man back. We know that we know what Takatsuki's heart is like, man, and maybe that's why Sorachi wants to end it like this. Maybe that's why Sorachi wants to end it with Takatsuki being at the center of it all. Maybe that's why Sorachi wants to end it like this, because he understands that the soul of Gintama is with that. It was with them, with Gintoki and Takatsuki and Shoga Sonjuku. But the question remains is, what is he going to do for the rest? Because the series is not ending anytime soon. That's for sure. Now that this chapter has come out, this series is not ending anytime soon. That makes me very happy as a Gintama fan. But this chapter just changed the whole game. This chapter legit just changed the whole game. I don't even know what to think anymore. I do not know what is going on. Or I know what's going on. Somewhat know what's going on. But what is that going to leave for everyone else? Is Gin going to go back with Yotozuya now for one last request? To take on Takatsuki? But then the question remains, if he's immortal and he has Utsuro's blood, I want to know what happens, man. I want to, because I'm mad confused, but I'm mad hyped at the same time. What a chapter of Gotama, man. At first I thought Takatsuki was dead, but no, in actuality, it's that he has Utsuro's blood. And he took the Tendoshu, bro. He took the Tendoshu with him. And now, the Tendoshu had been revived and they come back to take back the stolen Altana. I've got no idea whether that's true or not, but either way, something's definitely gotten started. And most likely at the center of it all is that bad, the Code Hatsuki. So does that mean that we might possibly getting a Gintoki vs Takatsuki Part 3? Because I mean, we just got a little clash right there, but what's gonna happen now, man? It looks like we're going right back to the beginning of the series where Takatsuki was the original main antagonist. But the thing is with Takatsuki is that we already know his motives. We already know why it is that he is the way that he is. But the thing is, Takatsuki must have turned his back on his squad as well then, right? Because after Bonsai's death, so what about Henpeita and Matako? What about them? Because we know how much they mean. We know how much they mean to Takatsuki. Does Takatsuki just throw them away? Nah, bro, that's not Takatsuki, man. I gotta go back and reread that portion of Silver Soul to really get in depth, and I might come up with a discussion later on this week, or I should say next week, about this entire thing about Takatsuki as a character, and about why he might be doing what he's doing. Because to me, it's all about his love for Shoyo, because he goes back, whenever we go back to page 12, he says, Takatsuki, I'm going to end it. You're more suited to keep on playing house. You'd better turn back while you still have the chance. And then he runs off. He says he's going to end it. But this entire first part of the chapter was based off Shoga Sonjuku. So obviously this is all based around what happened with Utsuro. Tendoshu's gone. Right here. Hold on. What page was it? 14? 15? The one with Utsuro in it? Let me go back. 4. Oh, this chapter was so flipping good, bro. The panels, man. The choreography. Gensugi. Utsuro right here. Gintoki, he's not in your domain anymore. Only a ghost can grab onto the hand of a ghost. I want to know, man. I want to know. Is he only a ghost can grab onto the hand of another ghost? So is he doing all of this so he can come to understand Utsuro? So he can come to understand the decisions that he wanted to make? And he says, or maybe you're going to come to this side too. Because at the very end, Gintoki never denied whether he's going to be his comrade or not. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It was so good seeing Hijikata again, though, man. Gosh, bro. So this is really laying on the setup for Gintama's for the finale of Gintama, man. Takatsuki is immortal now. He's revived the Tendoshu with the Utsuro's blood. Because they all have Utsuro's blood in them now. They're coming back to take on the Altana. Excuse me. And they're coming back, bro. And at the center of it all is the main man, Takatsuki Hatsuki himself. I can't wait to see how this unfolds, man. I want to know more. I want to know more, bro. But that means that all of us have to get back together. But I really want to know what happened with Takatsuki and his squad. I want to know what happened with Henpeita, and I want to know what happened with Matako. Because after the Bonsai thing, this was the last thing that I expected, but it's Takatsuki Hatsuki. He's insane. He's insane, bro. He never had his last moment of... Because Gintoki, at the very least, had his last moment of closure going Utsuro. Takatsuki, he never had it. He never had that last moment of closure with Shoyo. And I always wondered why. But this is what Sorachi was building up to. That means Sorachi must have had this in mind from the very beginning. I'll see you all next time, man. Have an awesome day. Gintama awesome sauce. I really look forward to seeing your comments in this week's chapter video, because this was a roller coaster of a chapter. First I thought Takatsuki was dead, and then it turns out that he's building this entire new plan up, man. And you're like, whoa, Ichikata. Yo, but this chapter was phenomenal, man. I need to reread this with the Shoujo OST. I need to, man. I will see you all next time. Gintama awesome sauce.